Welcome to Things You Need to Know About Mexico as an American traveling in Mexico. This is the domestic flight edition, meaning what you need as an American traveling in Mexico if you decide you want to travel domestically. Obviously, you have been cleared through immigration once you initially arrived in Mexico. As an American visiting Mexico, there are going to be so many different parts of Mexico you might want to see. And I'm not sure if you know it or not, but once you arrive in Mexico, airline tickets between the different states within Mexico, pretty well priced. Flight from Mexico City to Cancun could cost you as low as $20 and all the way up to $100 for a round trip flight. Low price tag and the high price tag obviously depends on the time of year, the season that you're traveling within Mexico. Someone asked me a very good question, is whether or not if you're an American citizen flying domestically within Mexico, they wanted to know if it was required that you have a U.S. passport board any flight domestically in Mexico between the different states. And the answer to that question could be a little bit tricky because it's kind of yes and no. No, technically you do not need a U.S. passport to travel via airplane domestically within Mexico, but you are going to need some type of ID that proves that you're in Mexico legally. Most of the time, for American citizens, that would be a U.S. passport. If you have a different type of ID that proves that, then in place of the U.S. passport, you can use that too. On the opposite side, I would say, or at least in my opinion, it would not be smart to travel within the different states of Mexico without a U.S. passport, because at any time, you could be stopped by the Mexican authorities and they may want you to prove that you're in Mexico legally. And if they stop you and you do not have that proof, you may be opening up trouble in a country that's not yours. So in my opinion, it would not be a very good idea to travel anywhere by plane as a U.S. citizen in Mexico without that U.S. passport by your side.